Hello everyone, this is Donna, and today I would like to do a tutorial on how to make this beautiful shabby chic heart. I had this wire in my stash and didn't know what to do with it, and then I decided to sort of have a play with it, and this is how it turned out. I'm really pleased with the way it turned out like this. So I'm going to do a tutorial on how you can make a beautiful heart, wired heart like this. So the wire that I had, and of course you could probably change the gauge, it is 1.5 millimeters. That is the measurement there. Okay. And I bought it from Panduro, a local craft supply shop here. And you start off by, having an idea of how large your base is going to be. And I am going to make a smaller heart, but then you can vary the size. So I just sort of eyeball the whole thing. I've not measured anything, and I go by what my eyes see, and this is how big I think I roughly want it to be. So I'm going to start doing the frame. Okay, and I would say about a meter roughly. Okay, then you sort of roughly make it into a circle and then sort of pull it first. I think the easiest is to go for the middle, the center of this 1 meter roughly. Okay, and then you get the pointy bit and then lay it down and then sort of form a heart shape. It doesn't have to be perfect, because the heart is not a perfect shape either, and just go from there. And it'd be good if one bit is longer. This happened to be by chance, so that you wind it around. Okay. And leave the bit as it is like that, because you will need to use it later. So this is going to be a longish heart for me. I've made 2 so far, and the shapes are quite different to each other. This is a more rounded heart, more wide, and the other one is sort of a longish one, and this seems to be also a longish one, but very shabby chic. So you can play with it and go from there. So now you've got the base, yeah? Then go back, take more wire, and then you just wind it round the whole heart. I suggest, this is quite a tough material to work on. If you want to protect your hands, try and use a pair of gloves, working gloves. I couldn't find mine. They were in the shed, so I'm going to use one of these that I have around the house. Okay. And this is my last bit of wire, so I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. So my base might be a little sparse. So take another 1 meter or so piece again, and then start wrapping it at the top again. Right. And then wind around the first base. Sorry, Just keep winding it around the base. And when you wind, you know, try to sort of, you can either do it tightly, or I've learned now to sort of leave a bit room, you know, like this, so that you can hook on the wires later on. It'll be useful if you did that. So just keep winding around the base, and then don't worry if the base is not looking as it should, but you can fix it later on. So just get the wire wound around it. Okay. And I should have gone for a smaller base. My concern now is I won't be able to do it the way I really want to show you, but you can get a basic idea. It can scratch your skin, so just be careful. And your eyes, you know, I suggest you use working goggles to shed to protect your eyes as well, because you know the wire can just sort of unfurl, and not happy up there. So I'm going to go back and pull the wire like here. I'm not really happy with that form, so just going back, undoing, and going back again. Much better. It's quite a storm outside. Really snowed in, and that's why I can't get to the shed. We had lots of snow week before last and last week. Had problems getting to work. Yeah. So that, you know, these bits will all be taken care of. Just, you know, have them pointing like this for the time being, okay? So that is your frame, and you're going to work on the frame. So I'm going back to my wire, and this is really too small. I should have, as I said, done a smaller frame. Oops. We'll see, you know. As I said, the wire goes all over the place, so things are flying around the table. And then with your cutters, just... So I'm going to be a bit... this is going to be a very open frame, not at all like the ones that I showed you. But, you know, you can sort of make a tighter frame when you get the idea, the basic idea. So wind it around, you know. This is going to be your starting point. So you can use pliers and to help you, right? You need quite a bit of strength to get this sort of anchored properly. Otherwise, you know, you would have problems doing the anchoring it to the frame. I sort of get it going, and then I come back to it later on and work on it. So what I do is, you know, the little holes that you have, just go back, pull the wire through, okay, and come back and do a turn or two like this, right? Okay, so the next hole, I think it's going to be there. I would have done it closer, but because I want to save the wire, so it's going to be a bit further than I would have liked to do. And then I'm just going to go around there. Okay, so something like that. Bring it round the base that we created initially, you know, to anchor. You'll get support here. Sorry, I'm working off the frame, and then I'm going to bring it down there and then up again. Okay, and let's have a look here. So you kind of eyeball and see how you want the wire to run, you know, it's all up to you. And I didn't like the look of that, so back again there. And, you know, so, okay. Going to take a bit more wire. There's not much left here. So I don't think I'm going to cut this, but this is going to be a bit long and tricky to work with. So if I go off the frame, I'm sorry about it, but you know, this is quite a tricky tutorial too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from here. I would have normally gone that way, but I'm going to start from here because I want it to be even on both sides. So in case I run out of wire, it wouldn't look too bad. Sorry, the camera is out of. Okay. So I'm going for that hole there. And then just thread it through, work on it, you know, eyeball and sort of get the form as you desire, and should be great. You know, there's a lot of flexibility on how you can form this heart, in fact. Okay. So I hope this makes sense to you. There. See? I could have probably done it, chosen that hole. Let's see. And the wire can get twisted like that as well. So just trying to make sure that it doesn't snap, but it looks like it wants to stay. So I'm just going to leave it. You know, normally I would have, it might snap. Just going to leave it there. So if you use a lesser gauge, maybe it might be easier to work with, but I find this is perfect for the form that I'm after. So I'm going to be using the same gauge for my future projects because I think this is something I'm going to be making loads and loads of because I love it. And I think it's so versatile. You can do a lot of things with it. And I've got lots of ideas on how to use this frame. I just want to tell my viewers, it's not easy to do tutorials, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't press the dislike button, but you know, when I'm out of frame, and if you're going to press the dislike button because I'm out of frame, please understand that when you do a tutorial and you are really engaged, you know, you're looking at what you're doing and not the camera at times. So I can end up being out of frame, and that can irritate viewers, and then of course off they go pressing the dislike button because of that. So I think today I'm going to get a lot of dislikes for this tutorial, but I'm not too concerned because that's how it goes sometimes. Really not happy with that bit there either. And what I'm going to do is use this wire to fix that problem there, okay? But as you can see, there are so many possibilities. You don't have to stick to one sort of pattern or design. Right? You can go over with the plier later on and work on the bits that you are not too happy with. So I didn't think I would be able to stretch the wire this far, and I'm really, really pleased with the fact that I could get this far with the remnant of that roll that I had. So when you get to something like this where the wire is sort of loosely hanging like that, and I would like a bit more material to work on, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, try and get a bit more material on my side. Okay. So what I could do in fact, is, as I said, these leftovers from the earlier bit could be used to sort of entwine the whole thing. And, you know, I could sort of entwine that, but I don't want to. It just depends on what I'm going to be doing with this wire. But I don't want it loose like that. So, in fact, I've managed to sort of secure it there. I'm not sure how long this video is so far, but I'm going to take a look at the time. Yeah, I think I could work on this a bit more. So yeah, so once I've done the basic frame, you know, I tidy up the bits that are hanging there, and you know, so I've got a bit there, you know, again, use that to go over. So I've got quite a basic frame. It's not too bad under the circumstances. I didn't have too much wire to work on, but it's looking good. I'm quite pleased with the way it turned out. I will probably work a bit more there, and if you hang a lovely ribbon from it, you know, you can turn it the other way if you're not happy with this side. Yeah, I think it looks better this way. So yeah, this is the shabby chic wire, and there are many things that you can do with this frame actually, and I've got so many ideas. As I said, you know, if you are adding leaves to it, you know, foliage, it's going to be perfect. I think I'll just I've got some ivy plants. I'll see if I can sort of grab a bunch of leaves. I'm back. I'm sorry, I've got these ivy leaves, you know, I trimmed off one of my pots indoors, and I just did you know, wrap them up like this and had it out in my conservatory. But, you know, as you can see, you know, how beautiful this is. Just wrapping some leaves around the frame, and you've got a beautiful decoration that you would pay a lot if you went to a flower shop and ordered something like this. Do you see? So although I wasn't happy with the frame, but you know, covering up with foliage or anything you have in your stash, it wouldn't matter really. And there you go. You know, it's just to give you an idea of what you can do with this beautiful, beautiful frame. You know, I wish I'd discovered it earlier. You know, it was just when I was wondering what to do with the with the wire that I purchased, that I started to play with it. So, I hope that you found this tutorial useful. Let me know what you think of this idea, and it would make a brilliant gift. And if I can get hold of some more of the wire, I would probably make some gifts for my friends and colleagues at work. And I will let you know what I'm going to be doing with some of the with these two frames that I made. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and speak to you again soon. Bye.